few reasons why Unboxed Season 4 has been a vastly smaller season than previous years. Firstly, having a full-time job kinda puts a damper on things, but also because I've just found 2014 to be really uninspired. If I could describe this year, it would be overhyped, overrated, and over the hill. Maybe it would be different if I had a PS4 or Xbox One, but honestly, with everything that both systems have under the hood, what they lack is true exclusive titles. I'm amazed that the PS4 has managed to sell almost 15 million units on basically hype alone. I'm well aware that Sony's new machine is basically offering the best version of console multi-platform titles, but if I'm going to get these systems, I want to get them for the games I can't find anywhere else. But while this year has been quite lackluster, in my opinion there has been one glimmer of hope. A light from the heavens coming down and bestowing upon us mere mortals one, or rather two, gifts from God Okay, my fanboyism is really showing right now, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. When Iwata announced at E3 2011 that it was Masahiro Sakurai's intention to develop the next Smash Bros. For both the Wii U and 3DS, naturally it got a major pop, but nothing compared to the reaction the first trailer got when it was shown at E3 2011. Yeah, we really didn't need to see that now, did we? So, without further ado, let's look at the game that was released first. Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS.
3, 2, 1, go!
Being the first time Smash has graced a handheld, a lot of things had to be done to have the game perform at the 60 frames per second that they managed to achieve. All the characters have been designed with a cell shading style to help you keep track of your characters on the tiny screen. Speaking of characters, you start the game with a choice of 36 characters, with the ability to unlock a dozen more. Obviously everyone will have their favourites, and after playing for a few hours, I found myself really liking Mega Man. The little guy packs a real punch. Plus, his final smash is the closest thing we'll ever get to seeing Volnut on the 3DS anytime soon. The other character I've been loving is Little Mac, just as long as he isn't flying off the edge. And of course, you can play as yourself.
I just wish Lucas was on the roster so I could record some gameplay of a Reggie me getting the absolute shit beaten out of him. Oh well, Ness, he's all yours.
Give us Mother 3, you piece of shit! Classic mode is still here, but features that intensity wager feature from Kid Icarus Uprising, as well as allowing you to take your own path to Master Hand.
For people like myself who have used the GameCube controller almost exclusively, the slide pad will take some getting used to. If you didn't break it off first.
Online play is sort of a mixed bag. While playing, there were some games that ran smoothly, and other times it would completely fall apart. One of the unique features in the 3DS version is Smash Run. You are put in a vast labyrinth filled with enemies who dispense stat boosting items, and after 5 minutes, you're put into a 4-player match to determine a winner.
I'm sure I'm not the first person to want this, but I'm amazed it's taken this long for Smash Bros. To come to the handhelds. I'm pretty sure they've attempted to bring it onto the GBA and DS, but I'm doubting that those systems had the power to handle the fast-paced action of Smash Bros. Hell, the 3DS can barely handle it. In fact, I'm willing to bet this new 3DS has been basically made because of how much Smash Bros. Pushed the original hardware. You can't even post on Miiverse while playing it on the original. Even so, Smash Bros. 3DS was an absolute runaway success when it was released back in October, selling almost 4 million copies, already putting it in the top 10 best-selling 3DS titles of all time, with Japan buying up almost 1.7 million of those. Can you believe a few years ago people were reading the 3DS's death rights? This was the line for Monster Hunter 4G recently. Woo! But while Smash finally coming to a handheld was a big deal, everyone was beyond excited for what was to come. And that was Smash Brothers in HD. And at the end of November, it finally arrived. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U.
First off the bat, the game is running at 1080p and 60 frames per second. And oh my god, this is beautiful! Anyone who keeps dismissing the Wii U, you know what? Fuck it. If you haven't gotten it through your head yet how good this system is, then you clearly never will.
But seriously, Zero Suit Samus in 1080p. How to put this? Yeah.
Being a fan of Subspace Emissary, I have to say I feel a little depressed that Adventure Mode has been ignored for this iteration. Remember all those great cutscenes in Brawl? Now imagine them in 1080p. Such a missed opportunity.
So much effort and even more detail has been put into every aspect of these games. But I think what stands out the most for the Wii U release has got to be the inclusion of this. The GameCube adapter. If you ask anyone who played Brawl and Melee, they will say that the GameCube controller was probably one of the best controllers to play these games. If not one of the best controllers, period. Now, Nintendo could have easily just made a Pro controller shaped like a GameCube controller. Well, okay, they did do that, but this adapter allows you to use the controllers you already have. But I'm sure some people are complaining that Nintendo didn't release a new Wavebird controller. But it's obvious why they did this. One of the biggest complaints coming from certain Smash players was the inability to use their trusted GameCube controllers on the Wii U, with the feedback that only a wired controller can offer. Now, I'm not one of those fans. The ones who praise Project M, claim tripping to be the worst thing in the history of time, and actually confronting Sakurai offering to balance it. Just so you know, to these fans, balance means make it melee. But I will admit I feel right home playing with this.
Like the 3DS, the Wii U version has some exclusive features, the biggest one being 8. That's right, 8-player Smash! Although the level selection is smaller and it is only available offline. More about that later. We also have Smash Tour, which is similar to Smash Run, in which you collect stats before heading off to a battle, but in this case it's a board game, and you also collect brawlers, so when the battle starts, you could have like 3 or even 9 characters to fight with. The level creator tool from Brawl is back, and it's made much easier thanks to the gamepad. And now we play this new game called How Long Until Nintendo Regrets Giving Us This Power? And now the online. Both the Wii U and 3DS version allows for 2 types of matches. For fun, which is just your standard all-out weapons-filled brawl on any number of levels, and the other one is for glory. No weapons, Final Destination style levels, and simple raw talent. I loved For Fun with its hectic insanity, and I was pleasantly surprised with how much enjoyment I actually got out of For Glory. The footage you're actually watching is a bit laggy, but it was captured on the launch weekend, plus it's my connection.
but it's no surprise why 8-player connection isn't available online. Sad though it might be, but the lag would be absolutely unbearable. Although the online is still 10 times better than Brawl, what with universal gamer tags and even being able to join games directly from your friends list. But we've gone this far and we haven't even touched on the biggest thing to come to Smash Bros. Nay, the biggest thing to come to Nintendo, period. And that is, of course, Amiibo. Using the same NFC technology as Skylanders and Disney Infinity, these figurines go into that little square on the bottom left corner. You know, the one you've seen since launch and wondering what the hell it does.
Wait, that's what the symbol is for?
Now, unlike those other two franchises, Amiibo isn't just for one game. While Smash is the main focus right now, many things will be utilized in many games to come. Using the NFC, you can train an Amiibo to learn new moves and such. I'd talk more about it, but that would mean having to take it out of its box. I can't! Sorry. But, Nintendo, I beg of you, please, please, for the love of God, see this thing through! The amount of potential that is in these figurines is almost limitless. So please, don't turn Amiibo into another peripheral you bring in for a game and proceed to do nothing else with. Case in point, the GameCube adapter can only be used with Smash Bros. Not Mario Kart 8, not Wind Waker HD, or even Virtual Console. You can't even use it with the Virtual Wii mode. So I guess the question must be asked. Which version do I prefer? After playing both, I have to go with Wii U with its beautiful graphics, and it just feels like there is more. Let me just say I'm amazed at what the team was able to accomplish on the 3DS, but I truly get now why Smash has been absent from handhelds for as long as it did. I don't know why, but this game just didn't feel right. Even playing on an XL screen, I found sometimes it was hard to make out what was happening, and the 3DS controls really weren't made for something as fast-paced and complex as this game. But when it comes to Smash Wii U being better than Brawl and Melee, well, that's a different story. When Melee came out, it was a massive giant step forward from the original on the N64. Something that can never be matched. Smash U really is essentially Brawl in HD, which, let's be honest, could never be a bad thing. But whatever one you choose, I'm sure you have an amazing time. Well, folks, that's it for Unboxed this year. I know this year has been a short season, but I also launched a second show here on my channel called Kick It. It's all about crowdfunding, so check it out sometime. Well, it's been a long year, and I need some rest. And by rest I mean playing Smash Brothers until I pass out. Well, I'm Enigma, and I'll see you all next year for Season 5. See you then.